Imagine holding a secret so profound it could rewrite history. Now imagine that secret belongs to a civilization that vanished thousands of years ago. This is the heart of an extraordinary claim. The claim, ancient Sumerians, 6,000 plus years ago, knew the layout of our solar system, not just the naked eye planets. They knew the sun was the center. They knew that Earth orbited it. They knew the other planets orbited it. Some even say they knew the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, long before modern telescopes. This is a truly bold idea. It's cosmic. It challenges the history of science. This isn't a quiet academic rumor. To understand the claim, we must first understand the people. Who were the Sumerians? They were pioneers in a land between two rivers, Tigris, Euphrates, in what we now call Iraq. Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. The Sumerians built some of the world's first true cities. Massive temples, organized governments. They invented the wheel, complex irrigation, and one of the very first systems of writing. No paper, no ink. They used fine river clay, formed into small, damp tablets. Wedge-shaped marks pressed into soft clay. This is cuneiform, dried in the sun or fired in kilns, hard and durable. That's why we have their records. Tablets survived for millennia, buried in sand, waiting to tell their stories. What did they write about? Almost everything. Laws, business contracts, lists of goods, grain, sheep, letters, stories, poems, beliefs. A complex, organized society, earthly matters, trade and farming, but also the heavens. The sky was calendar, clock, and divine storyboard, a source of power, meaning, and predictability. The sun marked days and seasons, when to plant, when to harvest. Lunar phases defined months, stars guided navigation and myths. Gods resided in the heavens, omens moved in the sky. They watched carefully, consistently, with reverence. The Sumerians were, without a doubt, astronomers, some of the first. Their astronomy was practical and religious, about order and meaning, time and seasons, the will of the gods. They identified the bright wandering lights that moved differently from the fixed stars. Planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, planets visible to the unaided eye. They tracked paths, recorded risings and settings, noted positions relative to the zodiac. Night after night, year after year, monumental, patient observation. They reconciled sun and moon cycles, 12 lunar months with an extra month as needed to keep seasons aligned. This organization marks the beginning of mathematical astronomy, knowledge encoded in myth and art, planets linked to gods, Venus to Inanna, Jupiter to Marduk. They believed the heavens foretold floods, harvests, and the fate of kings. Later, Babylonian tablets predicted moon and planet positions with surprising accuracy. This is not a matter of debate. The record is solid. Brilliant observers of the cosmos who laid groundwork for everything after. But observing wanderers across Earth's sky is one thing. Knowing they orbit the sun is a different kind of leap. Now we arrive at the core of the controversy. The most famous evidence is a small object, a cylinder seal. One seal, VE243, unearthed in the 19th century, now in Berlin, sparked debate. Figures, gods, beneath a sky motif, a central star-like symbol, encircled by small dots. Proponents claim it's a map of our solar system, the central sun with planets around it. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and the Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, even Pluto. How could the Sumerians have known the outer planets without telescopes? Zecharia Sitchin wove a larger story, knowledge gifted by extraterrestrials. He proposed a 12th planet, Nibiru, on a long elliptical orbit. In this narrative, the seal becomes alien science, a gift from the stars. It's dramatic, saying the Sumerians had a complete solar model, including planets found only recently. If true, this seal would be among the most important artifacts in human history. At first glance, persuasive, but a picture can be deceiving. We have to look closer. Section 5. A universe of counter-arguments. Experts in Sumerian language, art, and religion overwhelmingly reject the heliocentric reading of VA 243. First, there is no other evidence. Among hundreds of thousands of tablets and seals, the claim hangs on one image. If such knowledge existed, we'd expect it in creation myths, astronomical texts, education, tables of true orbits, discussions of Earth in motion. Instead, we find the opposite. The star with many points is a common star symbol, not uniquely the sun. The sun was typically shown as a circle with points and wavy lines. Light, heat. The star sign was also the ideogram for divinity, Dingir. Stars in divine scenes signify sacred context, not technical diagrams. The planet count is forced, requiring the Sun, Moon, and Pluto to fit, yet the dots are uniform and lack orbits. Mesopotamian art often fills space with star clusters. The Pleiades, 7 dots, appear frequently and prominently. The simplest reading, the dots are stars. Artistic and symbolic. Uranus is barely naked eye under perfect conditions. Neptune is invisible without a telescope. Propping one extraordinary claim with another isn't how solid arguments are built. Section 6. The weak links in the chain of evidence. The leap from observation to heliocentric model is large. Sumerian goals were omen interpretation, not physical mechanics. They recorded when and where Venus appeared. A modern astronomer uses such data to compute orbits around the sun. A Sumerian priest read a sign for the king. Purpose matters. Another weak link. Absence of the necessary mathematics. Copernicus argued with math, using decades of observations to explain retrograde motion more simply than geocentric epicycles. No trigonometric astronomy from Sumer survives. Their math shines in accounting and surveying, not orbital models. The cylinder seal reading starts with a conclusion and bends details to fit. The opposite of scientific method. A standard star is declared the sun. Decorative dots must become planets. Science starts with evidence and builds cautiously. Claiming knowledge of invisible planets implies leaps beyond ordinary explanations. Extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. Here the evidence is thin. If VA 243 isn't a solar map, what is it? Most likely a star symbol amid stars, often the Pleiades, used widely in Mesopotamian art. Counts vary. Artists weren't aiming at strict numeracy. Clusters often fill space to signal a divine sky. Reading literal science from symbolic art is like concluding we believe the sun was a person because a child drew a face on it. The simpler explanation fits the evidence. A divine scene under stars, religious and artistic, not scientific. The seal remains fascinating, telling a story of myth, art, and ritual, not planetary science. The history of science is slow, cumulative. Sumerians watched and recorded. Akkadians inherited. Babylonians mastered predictive math. Greeks asked why, built explanatory models, even wrong ones, using logic and geometry. A sun-centered idea surfaced with Aristarchus, but lacked evidence. Centuries later, Copernicus simplifies, Kepler refines, Galileo observes, the true dawn of the solar system. Why is Sumerian heliocentrism popular? Mystery sells. Underdog stories and distrust of institutions spread fast. It makes for best-selling books and shows. We also want to honor ancient brilliance, but real respect means understanding cultures on their own terms. Praising Sumerians for heliocentrism is like praising Newton for inventing the iPhone. Ambiguity invites speculation. A few dots can become planets, if you want them to. Intellectual responsibility favors we don't know over fantasy, and the most probable explanation over the flashiest. Consensus is not conspiracy. It's many experts converging on evidence-based conclusions. So, where do we land? The Sumerians were brilliant, original stargazers who laid foundations with systematic records. They gave us the 60-second minute and the 60-minute hour. But a heliocentric solar map including Neptune, the evidence isn't there, contradicted by their own cosmology and iconography. The true journey spanned millennia. The Sumerians took the first steps. They didn't reach the end. Curiosity must pair with critical thinking. What is the evidence? Who interprets it? Is there a simpler explanation?